I'm going to tell the story with a cork in my mouth because that's how I practiced speaking English 10 years ago when I was in Los Angeles.
Sorry, I know this is very difficult to understand, but this cork is the key to my American accent. I was in this accent reduction class 10 years ago when I was in Los Angeles, and my accent teacher told me in Cantonese, most of our sound is produced from the front of the mouth. But in America, they speak like there's a big box at the back of your mouth. So in order to sound a little less Hong Kong and a little more American, you need to put a cork in your mouth, overdo it, enunciate, alter your muscle memory. I never thought much about accents when I was a kid. I was born and raised in Hong Kong, so when I was studying English in a local school, everyone speaks just like me, including the teacher who was also born in Hong Kong. So I never really thought much about an accent. And when I see a tourist or an expat in Hong Kong, and if you guys are trying to talk to me in Cantonese and saying something like "Nei ho," then I would probably find you very adorable and admirable. So I never thought of having an accent an issue or a problem. But then, when I was in America, in addition to that accent class, I was also in the acting class. I was enrolled in an acting school, and one of the classes I took was the improv class. So in one of the improv class, I was assigned the role of a doctor. And my scene partner, who was supposed to be a patient, we were on stage, and I looked at him very genuinely, and I said, "Don't worry, I'm going to kill you." Yeah, everyone laughed, just like you guys did. The R, cure. You know that the R sound is very difficult for us because we don't have the R sound in Cantonese. Well, 2 years ago I started learning French, so imagine how much time I've spent in my kitchen just trying to do this sound. Hey, I used to even tell people I have to put a cock in my mouth during my accent reduction class. I guess that's what people describe this as an oral practice. I even once asked a bartender for some peanuts to munch on with my drinks. Sometimes I don't just embarrass myself, I embarrass my friends. One of the evenings I was at my friend's place and he asked me, "What did you want to do tonight?" And I said, "Cocaine." And he took out a pack of white powder and I asked innocently, "Is that sugar?" Cooking, the oo sound. You know, I became so aware of my accent in America that after a year of acting school, and I was so fortunate I got signed by a talent agent and I started working as an actor in LA. Every time before every audition, when I was given the script, I spent so much time just to work on sounding right. I wanted myself to be understandable, but you know how things are when you're so obsessed with certain things, people start to notice it even more. And then I was in the audition room, and then you did a take, and then the casting director tried to give you some feedback. And the casting director asked me, "Oh, your English is good enough, but just for the comedic effect, can you try to thicken your accents for this role?" "Oh, so you just want me to talk like that, like how I talk in Hong Kong?" No, this is not funny, you know, this is an immigrant role, fresh off the boat, bobbish. Why don't you just play with it? Why don't you try with a Thai accent? I cannot just shift to another Asian accent without preparing for it. But it's an audition, you have to do whatever the director asks you. So what do you like? Do you like him? I guess it's like that, right? And he said, "Well, you know what? Just for the effect, why don't you give me a take, like a Japanese accent?" I'm sorry, I really don't know how to do it. Oh, okay, don't worry about it. You know, just for the comedic effect, just try a take with a generic Asian accent. Excuse me, what is generic Asian accent? You know, just like how Asians speak. I was so frustrated in some of these auditions. And one night I was on the rooftop, I was sharing with my friend who was an Asian American actor. And he told me he was so frustrated that as an Asian American, he was always being sent to auditions for the foreigner roles. And it is very hard for him to be a minority in America. And at that moment, I thought, a minority? I mean, I lived my whole life in Hong Kong being an Asian as a majority. I never see myself as a minority. Wait a minute. Why am I trying so hard to be an American? Maybe I don't need to act like a foreigner. I am a foreigner there. And maybe I don't have to deal with being an American minority there. I am a Hong Kong majority. Maybe I should let myself be a little more me and put in more authenticity in my audition. 4 years in LA, I started booking more roles, and I did some projects as an actor that I was really proud of. But I've also heard a lot of things in audition rooms. You're not tall enough. You're taller than the lead and he's not happy. You don't look like the guy who plays your brother. You have dripping eyelids when you talk. And you're not handsome enough. Oh, and you're not muscular enough. Like there will be someone who will always tell you that you're not enough of this and not enough of that. There are a lot of things I cannot change. But the only thing I can change is to try to walk out of my house every day, reminding myself that maybe I am good enough. Thank you.